TourStar Custom Golf Clubs welcomes you to Golf is Our Game. Hi, I'm Ron Heller, your host for these weekly programs. Programs where we visit various golf courses throughout the state of Florida. And we talk to those head pros and learn how to play those golf courses. We get the rules of the game. And we have golf trivia where you can win valuable weekly prizes. We do this all for you because golf is our game.
Coming up on tonight's show, we'll be on the practice tee at Shalimar Creek. We'll get a look at the finishing holes at Shalimar Creek Golf Course. We'll visit with Rodney McNell at Sable Point. We'll have a contest update, a look at the Swiss Fairways Golf Course, and a whole lot more on this week's Golf is Our Game.
Okay, we're on the practice tee. And this particular program on the practice tee, we're going to do a composite of all of the most important little tips that we've gotten from all the great teaching pros and touring pros over the past 10 years on Golf is Our Game. We're going to begin with one that Ralph Deming gave us, and that is stretching. Making sure, for example, it's a cool morning, making sure that you're really limber. And he gave this one right here, stretching back and forth. Remember that? Remember, going forward this way, going back this way. Ralph Deming gave us that. Also, behind your back, making sure that you make that turn constantly loosening it up. Phil Ritson gave us this, back and forth in the hitting area. Before you first take that first swing, back and forth in the hitting area and you're getting up to hit. Jay Golden gave us the pendulum swing. Making sure that you accelerate down through the hitting area. Jay Golden, excellent tip. Tom McCrary from Rio Pinar and Bloomingdale now in the Brandon area gave us target golf. Pick out a target down the fairway or on the green and then pick out a target in front of the ball and hit it along that target line. Now we're ready to hit the ball. We got a tip from Greg Norman and Phil Ritson about the grip. The grip, so very important. You've seen Greg Norman do this a lot of times on TV, making sure he has the right grip, whether it be the overlapping, the interlocking, or the 10-finger grip. Now we got a tip from Arnold Palmer looking at the back of the ball. Don't just look at the golf ball, look at the back of the golf ball, right on the logo area. That's where you want to hit. We got a tip from a lot of good pros when it comes to what we're going to do before we begin our swing. Sam Snead, Jack Fleck, and Gary Player says, little forward press here with our right knee. That'll get us in motion. Gary Player says, take the club back right behind the ball, low and slow, and extend. Now then, Rena Ritson talked to us about making sure that our right arm is relaxed, not extended, and that we load up on the right side. We load up in this leg as we make that turn. Now we get up to the top, and sometimes you lose that grip. Phil Ritson says, make sure that that grip is nice and firm up there. That thumb is right in that lifeline on that right hand. Okay, Wally Armstrong gives us one of the greatest tips in golf, and that is, think of it like a plate. As you get here, it's under. Turn that plate under as you come through. Don't swing around, but turn under. And of course, Brian Stavely talked to us about making a turn. Making the turn. Transfer your weight to your left side and then make a turn here. Don't slide forward. Phil Ritson and Rena Ritson also talked to us about making sure that our club is past our leg before that right leg comes in. Leg separation to get plenty of extension. Hit through the hitting area and extend down along the line. Now then, and come up to a full athletic position as you finish up, just like Gary Player said. You start from an athletic position and then you finish up with an athletic position in full turn. Gene Smith, who was our guru for all those great rules, always taught that way. And of course, Phil Ritson says, pose for the cameras. So there you've got those tips from some of the greatest pros of all time and great teaching pros. There's one additional tip I want to give you. TourStar clubs. It all probably doesn't make any sense at all unless those clubs are just right for you. Making sure that they're the proper weight, they're the proper length, the loft and the lie is proper. TourStar custom clubs, Danny Zifrey gave us that very important tip. So there you've got a composite, and it all looks like this when you hit the ball. Pose for the cameras. Here it is, Golfer's Guide. This is your guide to all the golf courses in mid-Florida. Beautiful publication. This publication, Golfer's Guide, is #1 in the Southeast for 15 years. This is a great golf publication. Anything you want to know about golf, you got it right here in Golfer's Guide, and it's free, and it's available at all the golf courses in mid-Florida. Pick up a copy. Every other month, you've got a fresh issue. You also have a lot of information that you can find in Golfer's Guide. News, great stories. It's all here. Plus now on the internet under www.globalgolf.com. Golfer's Guide. You'll love it. Located on Patterson Road in Odessa is one of Tampa Bay's friendliest and most popular golf courses. It's Silver Dollar Trap and Golf, a unique layout of 27 holes, complete with outstanding trap shooting facilities. The lessons are available from one of the area's finest professionals. It's economical, inviting, and friendly. That's Silver Dollar Trap and Golf. Call 920-3884 for tee times. It's early on a Saturday morning. It's a cool fall morning. We're here at Shalimar Creek Golf and Country Club in Lakeland, Florida. This is an 18-hole championship course designed by Ron Garl about 10, 12 years ago. It's owned by the Napsis development here, and the golf is run by Golf Trust. They do a fine job. Now, the thing here is that I was involved with this golf course in its inception. I was out here with Ron Garl in this very spot about 10, 12 years ago when he was routing this golf course. And I know the problems that he had with all of the trees and the water that you had at this particular location. Now here we're on the 15th hole. This is a par 3, 223-yard hole. We're coming to the finishing holes here. And these are 3 out of the last 4 holes are some of the toughest finishing holes you'll find in golf anywhere. And that's why I wanted to give you sort of an idea of how to play these holes at the Shalimar Creek Golf and Country Club. As I mentioned, par 3, 223 yards long. You're out here, it's cool in the morning. You want to make sure you've really loosened up on the practice tee if at all possible, or at least you've loosened up and stretched your muscles so that when you get on this tee and have to hit that ball 223 yards, you realize you got to be pretty flexible. Now, what we've got here is a situation in which we've got water on the left, all the way down, all the way around by the green. We have out of bounds over the hole, and we have trees along the right-hand side. So it's a difficult hole no matter what you have to do. But the main thing here now is you want to go for making sure, say you've just started this hole, you've got sort of a shotgun start. It's cool, it's early morning, and you've got to at least get a par. That's what you want to go for. So think about all the things that you need to do in the proper vein. Step up to that ball with all the confidence you've got because you've got your Tour Star custom golf clubs, and proceed to hit the ball right down the fairway, right onto the green here. I happen to be hitting here with a 5-wood this morning. Give you a little idea. Okay, as you see, I've got myself about a 15 to 18-foot putt here, uphill. Early morning now, it's cool, so you got to think in those terms now. You've maybe done a little practice putting on the practice green beforehand. In this particular instance now, they've overseeded here this transitional time of the year, and you always have to take that into consideration now. It's cold, it's early morning, there's a little bit of dew on the green, and we've got some seed here. So consequently, it's going to be a little slow. But the main idea here is to get your par, and if you get your birdie, wonderful. But the main thing is make a good stroke. That's the whole idea. Little bit short. Well, the main thing is what? Right here, get that par to begin your round. So there you have it. The par 3, 15th hole at Shalimar Creek, 223 yards, early in the morning. Main thing, get that par. If you get the birdie, wonderful, but if you don't, at least get your par. Now let's go on to the 16th hole. It really proves to be a real challenge. The Shalimar Creek Golf Club is heavily wooded, and accuracy, especially off the tee, is paramount. 3 out of the last 4 holes demand length as well as accuracy to get birdies or better. The 16th hole is a 500-yard par 5, and because of its confining elements, the trees, the bunkers, and water and narrow fairway, the tee shot needs to be perfect to set up a second shot that can potentially reach the green. All right, here we are at 16th hole in the middle of the fairway. This is a 500-yard par 5, and it is not that difficult because of its length, but it's difficult because of its positioning. We had to position this ball around the 270-yard mark so that we could get to this hole in two to try to go for an eagle. When you've got Tour Star custom clubs now, you feel confident. You feel that you can do every shot that you set out to do. Now this is a narrow hole. We had water on the left to begin with. We had bunkers left and right, both sides of this fairway, very narrow fairway. It actually cuts down to 9 yards across the fairway here. So if you hit it too far, we're going to be in the rough or in the bunker. Now we have a shot of about 230, 240 yards right down the middle with bunkers on left and right down here. So here we go as we take our Tour Star custom 3-wood out and see if we can't put this on the green and go for our eagle, okay? Oh, ho, 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 ho. It may even be in the hole. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this. The 16th hole, like so many of the holes at Shalimar Creek, are tree-lined. Very few homes border the holes. It makes for a beautiful setting, a lush garden to play in. Okay, as you can see here, par 5, 500-yard hole or so. On in two with our Tour Star custom clubs. Got a nice putt. It was right on line, but the pin was way back. I didn't realize that at first, but we've got about a 15, 20-foot putt here for an eagle. Let's see what we can do, all right? Always think very positive now. Think that you're going to make this no matter what. Yes! All right, there you've got it. Now, we made up for that par on the on the par 3, 15th hole. We got our eagle on the 16th hole. So we're sort of birdie-birdie. With your custom clubs, you'll feel confidence. And that's all you really want to have. Now let's go on to number 17, a relatively easy par 4, but we'll see if we can't really come up with something really novel in this hole, okay? Now for those who doubt my eagle making on the 16th green, may I remind you who you are doubting? A putter without equal? A putter that controls the editing? Tour Star Custom Clubs gives one such confidence in performance. 300-plus yard drives seem possible, but here, alas, the 340-yard 17th could not be reached. Sand squelched the drive that may have had the distance had it not been slightly offline. Oh well, just another challenge for the Tour Star Custom Clubs to overcome. Okay, well there you get a little idea. Even with Tour Star Custom Clubs, you have problems, of course, with the wind and everything else, and I was just a little off on my drive. It actually went into the bunker rather than coming here onto the fairway and onto the green. But this is a 340-yard par 4 hole. Not really an easy one, but with Tour Star Custom Clubs, you feel so much confidence and you get so much power and so much length, you don't have any problem. Now here we have another 15 or 20-foot putt. It's uphill, there's no problem to it. So we're just gonna pick it up because it's an easy birdie. We won't even bother about it. We're gonna go on to the 18th hole, okay? See you on 18. Now wait a minute. Don't tell me you doubt my birdie making. After all, this is but a mere 18-footer. I can't help it if the camera guy missed the ball rolling in. Well, hopefully this phenomenal 3-wood is being recorded. It's going to split the chute of trees off the tee and then split the fairway, settling down some 265 yards from its origin. Yes, those Shalimar Creek Golf Club is a target course. Length off the tee is valuable. The combination of accuracy and distance makes this Lakeland course a wonderful challenge to play. The final iron shot once again sees the Tour Star clubs making the difference. Just a wedge shot on this 393-yard par 4. The ball is placed below the hole in an excellent position to one putt. And okay, we're playing the 18th hole here. We had to hit through that chute. We had to make sure we had a good wedge shot on our second shot. This is about a 390-yard finishing hole. It's not exceptionally long, but it's a target type of course. You got to get over this water. Now you got a huge green here. We have a double green. Matter of fact, the longest putt that was ever made, Guinness Book of Records, was made on this green, this double green. It was actually made from this side onto the 9th hole. But we've got a 15 or 20 foot putt here. Then this is really nothing to it when you have Tour Star Custom clubs, including your Tour Star Custom putter. So we're just going to stroke this baby in and get our birdie and just sort of let you know how good you can play if you just do the things that you need to do when you're out there on that golf course. Slam dunk here for our birdie. We birdied 17. We got our eagle on 16, and of course we got our par on 15. 4 good finishing holes. 3 out of the 4 are extremely tough, but you had to know what you were doing. But it's really enjoyable when you're playing at Shalimar Creek. Hope to see you at Shalimar Creek, okay? Good golf to you.
Hey, is there any doubt about a one putt with this guy? No matter how you play, enjoy Shalimar Creek Golf Club. Call 941-666-1623. One of Central Florida's most challenging courses is Sable Point. Conveniently located just off 434, just 2 miles from I-4 in Longwood. This enjoyable 18 is all the more inviting with its well-stocked pro shop, friendly personnel, and one of Central Florida's finest restaurants. Golf director Rodney Bicknell invites you to come play Sable Point, open to the public. Call for a tee time. You don't realize what you've been missing. Join the celebration at the area's best-conditioned public course, Celebration Golf Club. The 6,800-yard championship course weaves through a sculpted tree-laden setting surrounded by wetlands. Every level of play will find a challenge. The Celebration Golf Club is conveniently located in the community of Celebration near I-4 and 192. Phone 566-GOLF for tee times and information. Celebration Golf Club, a stroke of genius. While visiting Sable Point recently, we talked with Rodney Bicknell and offered to play him a few holes after our interview. Let's see how the Tour Star Custom Clubs did against a pretty good club pro, one who has gone to the finals in the Oldsmobile Scramble. Wow, what a test this is going to be.
Okay, I'm here with Rodney Bicknell, who is the director of golf at Sable Point Country Club. We've talked with Rodney numerous times before. We played the final hole of this great golf course, number 18, and he's showed us how to birdie that hole, especially we got all that cash on the line. But the big thing about Sable Point is probably the most attractive opening hole you'll find any place. When you're up having lunch or whatever, you get ready to come down and play and tee off here. Wow, you look out there and you say, wow, does it look beautiful? And the only problem is too often they dump it in the water or they hit it out of bounds or they do something like that. So Rodney and I are going to play this hole. In fact, we're going to play number 1 and number 10 to show you how to best get off this golf course, to tee off and get yourself a good round. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Sable Point. Rodney, one of the best things, and I know it's so true each and every time, love to have lunch at the Sable Point restaurant, some of that Cobb salad or maybe one of the burgers or the mahi-mahi, huh?
Excellent.
And then you're ready for an afternoon of golf. Tell us about Sable Point, what's been happening, and what people can look forward to when they come out here to play.
They can look forward to a great time out here. We kind of have some good customer service. That's our priority, to take care of the people that come out here with our fine restaurant and our beautiful golf course here.
It's enjoyable from almost every respect. It's a great community here in Longwood, Sable Point.
Very nice community. I feel it's one of the nicest in Orlando, this side of town anyways. Real nice community.
The golf course itself, not an awfully long golf course, more of a target golf course.
Yeah, definitely. It's a thinking man's golf course. It's not long. Don't need to hit the driver a lot. You need to, accuracy is the main point.
Just like this very first hole, it's in our back, right here, our background. 391 yards, slight dog leg right, par 4. The main thing, though, is keep it in play.
Yeah, the tee shot's kind of key here. We got 150-yard marker right out in the middle of the fairway. That's kind of what you want to aim for. There's out of bounds on the left and out of bounds on the right, but there's quite a bit of room out there, and that's what we usually aim. I usually hit a 3-wood off here and aim at the 150s and get it out there, 130, 140 yards from the green.
We're both going to play this hole. Rodney's going to show you the proper way to do it, and then I'm going to see if I can't even better him in some way, to show you guys how to maybe get that birdie more assured. Okay, Rodney, you go ahead and tee off, and we'll see how this goes, all right?
Okay, thank you, Ron.
Oh, yes, right down the middle. It's so nice. He put it out there in exactly the right spot. Now let's see what I can do with my driver. I should have said my Tour Star driver, huh?
No need in seeing how I performed off the tee with Tour Star clubs, Just check out the difference in our drives and how mine is straight down the middle. And just a bit further, of course. And as you see here, getting off to a good start is easy when you have the right clubs to perform. Such an easy birdie with Tour Star Custom clubs. Now, Rodney did get his par, but that's to be expected. Now, we talked to Rodney about his method of playing the 10th hole so that we could find out how to play even better on the back nine.
Okay, we're here with Rodney McNeil now on the 10th tee. Par 4, 395 yards, slight dogleg right. Had a little problem on the first tee in comparison to the guy that, he showed us how to play that hole, but, the guy with the Tour Star clubs is the star of the show. He came just a little bit better, but anyhow, better luck on this back nine now as we tee off here. What is the secret on this hole here, Rodney?
Secret on this hole is the tee shot again. It's par 4, dogleg right, 395 yards. Real big green, one of our biggest greens out here, really flat, real flat green. So you've got some flat putts. You can make some nice long putts. The key is just getting the tee shot in play. We got out of bounds on the right and out of bounds on the left, but there's a lot of room out there.
Do you have to fade the ball on a hole like this, especially for a pro like yourself, playing from the back tees?
A little fade would help you. Get you a little closer to the green, yeah.
Okay, now, do you play a 3-wood here, or do you play a driver?
Normally I play a 3-wood. Today the wind's in my face a little bit, so I'm going to play a driver.
Okay, see, there you got it. Those are the things that the pros know that we amateurs don't necessarily know. And so they cut off a little bit here, cut off a little bit there, fade the ball, draw the ball, do the things that you need to do to give themselves a better chance to come into that green and get close to the pin, right?
Yeah, we've got our few secrets.
Okay, let's see what we do here, okay? We're going to play number 10. Come on, Rodney.
Well, to be honest, Rodney did hit a pretty good drive, but check this out. And after a pretty fair second shot, we both had long putts. But as you can see, I came up just a little bit short for my bird. Can't understand that. Rodney, meanwhile, just had to go and show off. Believe me, it went in from 50 feet away. Again, where was the cameraman anyway? Great putt, Rodney, and great play. Rodney just really put it to me on the back nine. Time now for our golf trivia contest for this period. Answer any one or all three questions and win a round of golf for two. Each correct answer qualifies you to win. If more than one person is correct, a drawing of correct answers is made. We pick 3 winners each period. Enter weekly, enter often. Everyone is eligible. We announce the winners on succeeding programs, and your prize is mailed to you. Here are this period's questions. Who won the recent Grand Slam sponsored by MasterCard for 1997? At what Orlando area golf course was the U.S. Open trophy on display while Ernie Els played in the Grand Slam? And what kind of animal can be seen on all the scratch-off golf carts? It's their logo. Now, you must have all three questions correct to be eligible for the winning of the cruise, which you can hear about a little bit later on. Just jot down your answers and mail to Golf is Our Game, 4704 Prestwick Drive, Lakeland, Florida, 33801. Winners of rounds will get to play one of the following great courses: Southern Dunes, Sable Point, Diamondback, DeBerry, Ridgewood Lakes, Sandpiper, Silver Dollar, Swiss Fairways, which is now 18 holes, and of course Celebration. Answers to our last program's questions: the two area players with similar names and where paper is a byproduct of their names is Woods and Wood, Tiger Woods and Dan Wood on the senior tour. The two Hall of Famers, like Ben Hogan, born in 1912, were Byron Nelson and Sam Snead. And our third question was Reese Jones was the answer. He is the other member of the Jones family to design courses. Congratulations to our winners. Attention all you golfers, take a look at this. We are going to Bermuda in April, the 10th through the 17th. 7 fun-filled days cruising and golfing in Bermuda. You'll love celebrity cruises and the golf on the island. Just $15.99 per person. Deadline December 20th. You can also get your trip free by being part of our year-end contest, so keep watching. Call 800-226-6633. Just a $200 deposit reserves your trip. Join the celebration at the area's best-conditioned public course, Celebration Golf Club. The 6,800-yard championship course weaves through a sculpted tree-laden setting surrounded by wetlands. Every level of play will find a challenge. The Celebration Golf Club is conveniently located in the community of Celebration near I-4 and 192. Phone 566-GOLF for tee times and information. Celebration Golf Club, a stroke of genius. Plan now to play in the First Educational Foundation Invitational Tournament December 12th, a two-person scramble at the Panther Lake Course at Orange County National. Only $85. There's great prizes, great gifts, great golf. Bring some golf equipment for the kids now. Call now. Still time to enter. 740-5569 or call Orange County National's Pro Shop.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week on Golf is Our Game. Until next time, then, this is Ron Heller, your host, saying, hit 'em long and straight with your Tour Star Custom Golf Club, of course, and you putt 'em like you know how.